everybody, welcome to Lumies Tarot. My name is Clair Summer. I hope you're all doing really well today. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you to all my amazing subscribers, my Lumies, and to everybody who has donated through the energetic exchange. I am sending you all a big hug. Okay, today's reading is, will you get together with your person? Will you be together with them, whoever it is that you are thinking about today? Now this, I realize that with this reading, that emotions may be running high, so please just bear that in mind as we progress on the channel. We always say, don't ask the question if you don't want to know the answer, because you may find it triggering. I just want you to know that I don't cherry pick my cards, so there may be messages here that you consider to be negative in nature, so please, I just very gently ask you to bear that in mind before you progress. Okay, also if you're new here, my readings are not date specific, so whenever you found this reading, you may find that there is a message here for you, that you have been led to this reading for a reason. Okay, so, and you may also find that there's something on my channel from even 6 months ago which really resonates with you in your situation, so do check that out. So we've got 3 groups for you today. We've got group 1, group 2 and group 3. So this is group 1, group 2 and group 3. I ask that you choose from your intuition or gut instinct to make your selection today, because I find that that gives you the truest result as to which of the readings will resonate with you in your situation. While you make your decision, I will just let you know that my book, Attract Soulmate Love, is now available through my website. People have been emailing me to let me know that they've been getting amazing transformative results in their love lives, in their relationship situations, whether they're single or in a situationship or a relationship which hasn't been going very well. They've been able to sort of turn that around with this powerful information. So if that resonates with you, if that sounds like your situation, then please do check that out. But I'm really looking forward to doing your reading for you today, and I will see you in a moment. Hey everybody, this is the reading for everybody who picked group number 1. So I'm going to take a look at the energies in these cards and see what messages we have from Spirit for you today. Please just bear in mind this is a general reading, so it won't be for everybody, but just take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? So we have Knight of Swords in the reverse, 3 of Wands, Death in the reverse, 2 of Wands in the reverse, the Hanged Man in the reverse, King of Cups, 10 of Swords in the reverse, Knight of Cups, and 5 of Cups here for you. So I'm just wondering, I'm sensing with this situation that you have a connection with this person already. You may have been in a relationship with them already, or a friendship, and it is, you've had some experiences with them and something has changed, which is what I'm sensing with this Knight of Swords. Something has slowed down, maybe it's ground to a halt, maybe you're in this situation where things feel different and they have stalled, or they're stuck, or you feel like you're not feeling the energy of that person coming towards you, whether it's in a romantic sense or a friendship sense, in the way that you used to, and you're definitely you're feeling that sense, you're sensing that difference with things. Maybe you're in some sort of stalemate, but with this Knight of Swords in the reverse, there's definitely this energy of things slowing down, maybe of being stuck, an insurmountable problem that you're experiencing, or just not being on the same page. There's definitely this kind of slowing down, you're not really getting anywhere with it, or you're just like, well, this isn't really moving forward, is what I'm sensing. You're not getting that momentum into the relationship, so you're just in a situationship, or you're not sure what's happening, or it's just not moving forward like you want it to, or like it has been doing. So you may be dealing with Pisces, Cancer or Scorpio energy. That is heavily represented here. Sun, Moon or Rising or Venus, because this is a love reading. So we have this 3 of Wands. There's definitely a lot of passion still in this relationship. The person that you're asking about today is definitely still heavily connected to you, heavily invested in you. Again, with this 3 of Wands, I'm seeing that you've already invested in this relationship together, that you've put work into this, you've spent time getting to know each other. You've spent time together already. This is what I'm sensing for you guys in group number 1, you know, that there's already been this investment, or, you know, maybe even this promise of a relationship or of something more in this situation. So, you know, this is, you know, you've already invested in this. You know, I can just see and sense so much energy that's already gone into this. You know, and the 3 is an energy of growth, okay? So what we're moving towards throughout this reading is greater growth between you both. So if things feel like you have stalled with this person, or it's become a little bit muddy and unclear at this time, just know that, you know, your person is still very much invested in this situation, and there is still the potential for a lot of growth between you both in this time, okay? So this is what you're moving towards, because with this death in the reverse energy, you know, this isn't something that's over. You know, this is something that's still got a lot of energy left into it. Your person is still very much invested in it, and has still got a lot of energy to give you and to put into this connection. So this isn't over by a long way with this death in the reverse, okay? So this is what I'm seeing. There's still a lot of energy still in this connection. You know, there's still a lot to be experienced in this connection. At this time, I'm also sensing, you know, that your person, there may be a long distance situation in this connection. You know, maybe this is a long distance relationship, or maybe it's sort of been threatened because you need to be in different locations, you know, due to your work or something like this. Or it may just be that, like, travel to get to one another is an issue with you both in the 3D world. You know, maybe you're just spending a lot of time trying to get to one another because you live in different cities, or you know, because you work in such different places. Maybe you live nearby, but you work really far apart from one another. It's making it difficult for you to spend time together. So I'm seeing that represented for some of you. It may just be that you are from, you know, this person has traveled to your country or to your city. They're from somewhere else, you know, or from some sort of different culture. But this is highlighted in this reading, so it's just something that I'm picking up on for you. But I'm sensing that this may be a problem, which is why it has stalled for you both in this situation. Something to do with the distance or the travel. They just feel that they've gone very distant emotionally in your situation, okay? But there's still a lot left in this situation. You know, death in the reverse is, you know, they are still, this isn't over. They don't believe that it's over. They're very much still in this, okay? So with this 2 of Wands, you know, if there's some sort of decision that's been made, I just sense that your person, there is no decision to be made for them. You know, they have made the decision, and the decision is that they want to be with you, you know? This is what I'm sensing with the 2 of Wands in the reverse. I'm also sensing that, you know, if there is a decision to be made about some of the more practical elements of your relationship, you know, to do with where you're located or where you're working, or how you can physically be together, or how you can physically spend more time together, or make that process easier for you, then I see that this is in the near future is something that's going to get sorted out for you. That decision is going to be made, that clarity is going to be made. But they're not looking for anything else or anybody else with this 2 of Wands in the reverse energy. You know, they're looking towards you. And this is all indicated here, you know, with the 3 of Wands and the death, and the 2 of Wands in the reverse. You know, you are what they want. You are what they want in their life, what they're interested in. You know, they are invested in you, they're emotionally invested in you, they're energetically invested in you, which is interesting, okay? So with this Hangman in the reverse and this King of Cups energy, I'm just seeing like this, like a heavy emphasis on friendship here. So it may be that you are friends in this situation, or you're friends with benefits. Maybe you're hoping, you know, at the moment you're friends and you want to take it to something more. But there is passion here with all this Wands energy represented in this relationship, okay? So yeah, I think that's quite interesting. I'm sensing that somebody in this relationship with this Hangman in the reverse isn't trusting in the process and in the unfolding. They're just like, well, they want to know all the answers, you know. there is an unfolding process to this, that there is a step-by-step nature to this connection, and I just sense that someone in this connection isn't trusting in that process and letting it unfold naturally, and letting that the other person come to their own conclusions and their own realizations. Yeah, because what am I sensing? It's like they're in like an ego thinking, an egocentric, ego thinking space, okay? So they're not giving up to the more spiritual aspects of this relationship, and they're caught up in their sort of fearful, you know, because we have the ego-based thinking and then we have the higher self. You know, and let's be real, the ego runs the show most of the time, doesn't it? I know that is certainly true for me. So I just think this person or somebody in this connection is very caught up in that fear-based thinking, which is ego-based thinking. You know, what am I going to do without them? What is going to happen? What's going to happen next? I want them to behave like this. Otherwise I don't feel safe. You know, these are all legitimate reasons. But this is just represented here, this fearful ego-based thinking, when we have this Hanged Man in the reverse, okay? I also sense that somebody, when we see these cards together, these energies together, it's representing that somebody isn't expressing their true feelings. So, you know, the Hangman is all about authenticity and true expression, but in the reverse it's all about sort of that holding back, and the King of Cups is about, you know, true feelings. But there is real love here. There is real, deep, true feelings, okay? This is a person who is capable of a real relationship that you're dealing with. This is a person who is able and willing to have, you know, that deep connection, that real relationship. I sense that the person that you're dealing with is an old soul. I sense that you do have like a beautiful soulmate connection with them, represented here by the King of Cups. They do have these beautiful, deep emotions for you, but they may be holding back quite considerably with this Two of Wands in the reverse and the Hanged Man. So at this time, I just sense that maybe they're still in this energy of stagnation, or they're just holding back from you. They're holding back energetically, and this is due to their fear-based thinking, their fear-based ego thinking that they're getting caught up in. Maybe they're thinking too far into the future. You know, we see this guy here with the Three of Wands. He's really like looking out to sea, looking out to the future, wondering about that. So maybe somebody in this connection is really getting caught up in all the, oh, but what if this? What about the future? What if I get hurt? What if this thing happens to me that happened in the past? You know, this sort of looping thought process of fear. But their true feelings are that they love you here. But I do see a lot of friendship here with you both. So it may be that you've got a friendship or a friend with benefit situation and you want to turn it into something more. Or it may be that, like, you've got a beautiful friendship, a lovely friendship, and somebody in this connection is afraid of ruining that by, you know, taking it further, making it more serious, okay? So in the future, it's interesting. These are an interesting mix of energies here for you. We've got this Ten of Wands in the reverse. You know, they're going to be releasing that burden, I think, in the next few weeks. There is a bit of a slow burn energy here. So, you know, don't expect a quick turnaround with this person. I think it's going to be a slow, gradual realization that they have, and a slow, gradual coming forward to you. But with this Ten of Wands in the reverse, this is a release of all the burdens that you have, the burdens that you are feeling with these caught up emotions and energies that you're experiencing. I can really feel it in my heart space. You know, of that desire, that wanting things to be sorted out, that wanting that resolution, that wanting that relief from these difficult feelings and emotions. So I do see that relief coming in from you, and I see this sort of overcome with your person of, you know, being able to, you know, unburden themselves, being able to talk about their true feelings, talk about how it is that they really feel, coming to that realization about what it is that they feel about you and express that to you, and that's going to make them feel unburdened. So, you know, maybe that you need to create a safe space for them to be able to do that so that they can feel safe, because there's definitely some fear that they're experiencing. So it's interesting because we have King of Cups wedged in between the Knight of Cups. So, sorry, we have the Ten of Wands in the reverse, and then, you know, flanked by either side of this beautiful Cups energy. So, you know, this is their true feelings here with the King of Cups energy. And then, you know, they want to unburden themselves and come towards you with this love offer, with this offer of a relationship, offer of genuine feelings that they have for you, and that is going to make them feel much better. So they are feeling very burdened by that at this time, and they want to be able to come forward to you with that. So I see that process unfolding for you in the near future. But again, it's going to be a little bit of a slow process. It might not be all in one go. It might be a little drip drip feed as they feel safer. They open up a little bit to you, you can open up a little bit to them, they can open up a little bit more, and gradually you come together into union, into alignment with one another, sharing in that way. So yeah, they will be unburdening themselves of how they feel, so they will come towards you with this love. But we have this here with this Five of Cups. This is very interesting, like I was talking about in the intro, it isn't always rainbows and unicorns in life. So I just feel like with them coming towards you with this offer of love, there is this Five of Cups energy here. So what I'm sensing is there's like a fly in the ointment, if you have that expression in your part of the world. So I'm just sensing there's a little bit of a problem or an issue. It may be that they have left it a little bit too late, and some of the momentum has been lost by the time they get that act together. Or it may just be that you do find that you were better off as friends after all. I don't know how this resonates with you, okay? But I don't think it's a deal breaker. This isn't what I'm sensing at all, because there's so much beautiful love here between you both. What I'm sensing, there is an issue that's going to come up as a result of this, that you are both going to have to work through, okay? And this is why it's not all rainbows and unicorns for you. But this is when we have these true relationships, when we have these true connections with somebody, these deep connections. They do trigger things in us. That's part of the that's part of having a real relationship, is that they are triggering, and they do bring to light things about ourselves that we perhaps need to reflect on or work through. So I see that happening here. I see with them coming forward with this offer, someone and being more real, somebody in this connection maybe being a bit triggered, or maybe being a little bit self-sabotaging, or just a little hiccup. I'm not sensing at all that this is a big deal, but it may just be something that somebody in this connection feels that they're just a bit like, this doesn't feel quite how I thought it would, or this isn't as easy as I imagine the fantasy of it in my mind. The reality of it isn't as easy. There's still these 3D these practicalities that we need to consider in the 3D world, maybe about the traveling or the distance between you both, that you may have to deal with, okay? So that's just, I think this is a positive message. I think it's like a little heads up from spirit that, as part of your unfolding, as part of you getting together, you will have to face these issues together and work through them. So I see this as a positive thing. It's a little heads up for you that that there are things that need to work through in order for this to be successful, because there is real love here. There is real love here, and I can sense it, a beautiful deep connection between you both. So I do see you being together. I do see this person being able to express their feelings to you in a gradual way. And as part of that unfolding, I do think that more things are going to come up. But I think, that's part of, getting closer to one another. It's like, you reveal each other to one another. You peel back the layers. I'm seeing this like peeling back process, like this bark coming, you're just getting closer to the center of who you are. You get closer to the center of who you are through our relationships. This is how we get closer to people, by being vulnerable. So it may be that vulnerability makes somebody in this connection feel a little bit vulnerable, or triggers something from the past, a little bit of abandonment or something like that, but it's not something that you can't work through, okay? But definitely they will be coming towards you with an offer of love. They're desperate to be unburdened of all these feelings that they have for you, all this overflowing cup of love that they have for you, okay? And I see that happening for you in the near future. Let's take a look. Oh, this is interesting at the Oracle cards. So we have the card travel, like we were talking about. So maybe it's just that they have to spend a lot of time away with work, or again, you know, maybe the distance, you know, maybe you've met them and now they're planning a trip away, you know, some sort of, you know, they're going on some sort of you know, doing some sort of traveling, and they're going to be away for a few months, and this is making it very difficult to decide if you know, how you're going to make this work. You know, maybe that's the Five of Cups energy, and that's how it's resonating. Maybe they're just spending a lot of time with work, or they have to go away a lot with work, or, you know, what somebody in this connection does. So there's definitely the element of distance here indicated, you know, both with this Three of Wands energy like we were talking about, and this travel card. Okay, so that, you know, take that how it resonates in your situation. We have the beautiful card Transmutation from the Universal Love Oracle deck. Such beautiful cards. All my cards are linked in the description box if you are interested. So this is an energy of transformation. You know, you're changing, you know, maybe you're going from a friendship into a relationship, or a situationship into a relationship. But yeah, there's definitely a change indicated here for you, powerful, positive change indicated for you, which indicates, you know, that you will be working towards being together with one another. And we have the animal spirit card Cheetah as well. I'm really resonating with this deck at the moment, from the Wild Unknown. So I feel like you're dealing with somebody who's very ambitious, who's, you know, very or, you know, somebody in this connection is very ambitious, very goal orientated, very driven. Okay, so it could be that the practical issues in this relationship that we've been talking about that are getting in the way are to do with their work responsibilities or their burdens. Yeah, all their work responsibilities, you know, what it is that they've got going on with their work, that they're working quite hard, maybe they're working quite long hours, and that is what's creating the distance between you. So I'm sensing also that, you know, maybe some of you feel like you're caught in a bit of a chase as well, you know, like you're chasing them or they're chasing you, or, you know, it goes a bit backwards and forwards. With this Cheetah energy, you know, like I know with twin flames, there's often this runner-chaser dynamic that we see. You know, someone, you come together and then someone's chasing and someone is running. So I'm just wondering if there's a little bit of that dynamic here. You know, a bit of push-pull between you both in your dynamic. And that is, you know, that is also indicated here with the the Knight of Cups and the Five of Cups here. You know, somebody coming towards and somebody pulling away, you know, through that triggering process. There's also like a lot of impatience here when we see the Cheetah. So, you know, there is a lot of impatience to be kind of making this work, making this happen, you know, moving things along, you know, to overcome this stagnation that we were talking about right at the beginning of your reading. So someone, you know, is really impatient to make that happen. So maybe that's, you know, what was represented with the Hanged Man in the reverse energy, caught up in that fearful thinking, when is this going to happen? You know, I want things to be resolved. I want to know what's going on. I want to get my answers. So there's this really strong impatience represented here. But this is a card of success with this card, with the Cheetah as well. So, you know, even if you experience these problems, you know, there's these things to work through with this transmutation, this energy of change, of transforming energies between you both, transforming those difficulties and becoming successful. In this, you know, this is a really powerful card, powerful energy, speaks of those powerful energies and feelings that you have between you both with, you know, all this Wands energy and this Cups energy. It's a beautiful balance actually between passion and love that you're experiencing between you both. But I see a lot of forward motion with this Cheetah energy, very similar to the Chariot energy in the tarot, where we see that pull between the head and the heart. So, you know, that pull between the feelings that you have for one another and you know, the practical issues that you are dealing with, the head and the heart, you know, that you're dealing with in your day-to-day reality. That's represented here very strongly. These are such beautiful cards. I just love them all so much. So yeah, that is everything that I have for you in this reading today. It's been my honour to read your cards as always. I hope this reading has given you some clarity in your situation. Let me know what is going on with you. I love to hear what's going on with you in your life, so do connect with me down in the comments. I try to get to as many of my comments as I possibly can. But yes, you are always in my thoughts. If you feel called to, please check out my book, Attract Soulmate Love. It is just, even if you've met your soulmate, they're already in your life. There's so much good practical information and more esoteric information about sort of the energetic aspect of soulmate connections to help to bring you into alignment if you feel like things are a little bit rocky or you're not quite on the same page. People have been emailing me just letting me know that they've been getting amazing results with that. So do check out my website if that resonates with you. But yes, I'm sending you lots of love. Have an amazing week. Do take good care of yourselves. And I hope to see you again soon here on Lumiere. Take care now. Bye-bye. Hey everybody, this is the reading for everybody who picked group number 2. So I'm going to take a look at the energies in these cards and see what messages we have from Spirit as to whether you will be with this person that you are thinking about and asking about today. Please bear in mind that this is just a general reading for the collective. So just take what resonates and leave the rest. Just feel peaceful. Find the message that does if it doesn't resonate with you. Okay, so let's take a look. I will start with the tarot today. So we have Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, the Devil, Hanged Man, Two of Wands, Page of Swords, Eight of Cups, Temperance, Wheel of Fortune, and the Lovers. Alright, okay, so this is a really powerful reading first off the bat. I can see that here because of the amount of major arcanas that we've got going on. We've got like 5 major arcanas in this reading. Okay, so this is really fated events and changes and energies that you are dealing with. And I definitely can feel the intense emotion that you have in this connection. This is just not just like emotion, but just energies generally between you both, and this kind of strong connection that you have with this person. So if, that's how you are experiencing it, how you're feeling it, this is why. Okay, so we have Gemini's energy represented here, along with Sagittarius and also Capricorns as well. So these are the predominant energies, sun, moon or rising for you. So with this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse to the Devil, what I'm seeing here is that someone in this connection has really given up their power, or they're not in their empowered, like in an empowered space in some way. I don't think this was intentional. I don't think this person meant to do this, or just handed over power. What I'm seeing is like maybe there's a power struggle between you two in this connection about what you want and what they want. Maybe it's about money or the future of the relationship or where this is going, or maybe you don't speak that struggle with words, but you feel it energetically. You feel this sort of pull between you both. So then maybe that, and maybe it resonates with you, that somebody has just given away their power to the other person, maybe has put them on a pedestal, thinks that they're, is really looking up to them, just thinking, well, this person is amazing, and it feels a lot of pressure to the other person, or, just getting into these thought patterns where, of a sort of lack mentality, whereby we can give our power away by just saying, well, this is the only person for me, nobody else will do, nobody else is good enough, this is my last chance. That sort of focused energy can, comes from a lack place, a place of lack, not a place of abundance, an abundance of love, an abundance of joy, an abundance of affection, abundance of good communication, and exchange. So I'm just sensing that maybe one or both of you or somebody in this connection is really feeling it in that way. At this time, it may be that it resonates that somebody in this connection is really sort of given away their power a little bit by just like not having strong enough boundaries, you know, and maybe that has crept in, you know, nobody means to do that, it's crept in sort of under the radar, it's crept in, you know, just gradually. Because maybe you perhaps don't know what your own needs are. You don't know what your boundaries are until you experience what you don't want. You don't know, you know, it's like you don't know what you do want until you've experienced what you don't want. So, you know, there is this indication here that, you know, that maybe somebody has crossed somebody's boundaries, it's made them feel uncomfortable, or somebody hasn't had the strongest boundaries. And this is making the connection a little bit muddy. You know, maybe their boundaries aren't, you know, they're not being clear about that they truly want a relationship. Or, you know, they're putting up with something that they don't really want. So that's definitely represented here. There's some sort of energy leak is what I'm seeing in this connection that's leaking out. And it's just a result of these sort of lack of boundaries, lack of clarity about like what's okay with you. You know, I'm getting this image of like a sphere, I'm feeling it quite strongly, or a bubble, you know, your energy, and you know who it's okay to let in, and what's okay with you, what's okay in your space, what's okay in your energetic field, and what is not okay. And it's always okay to say no, or to speak your preferences. Okay, so there's just this indication of sort of energy leaking from one person to another, and like an imbalance between you both. That's what I'm sensing. But I think it's good because we've got the Hangman here. So, you know, someone in this connection is definitely coming to that realization that, you know, they're coming to that realization, they're coming to like greater understanding, a greater spiritual awareness, you know, and an awakening process, you know, just a broadening of their perspective of this situation. So, you know, maybe they're just like, oh yes, I have given my power away, or I haven't been clear about what it is that I want, or yes, this does make me feel really uncomfortable, or yeah, I have put too much energy into this one person, or into things turning out my way rather than trusting in the universe. So this is, you know, a card of spiritual awakening. Some, you know, like I see a transformation in your understanding of this connection, which is really going to benefit you. I'm going to give you that clarity, give you the clearer picture as to what is going on here. So I see that coming in for you really soon. Okay, this is going to be, you know, maybe something that's resonating with you right now, otherwise it's going to be you know, really soon, within the next couple of weeks, which I think is good. So you're going to get a greater understanding of where this energy is being leaked, where this imbalance is between you both, okay? Because this can be a block to you being with this person. Okay, moving forward, I see this Two of Wands. So somebody in this connection is making a decision. I feel that it's your person in this situation that you're asking about is making a decision. Perhaps they are making a decision between you and another person, or it could be just a decision as to, you know, what it is that they want with you, or to do with, you know, having a relationship with you and, you know, the greater perspective of their life, you know, their other opportunities, the things that they've got going on in their life. So this is definitely something that's really on their mind. It's something that they're thinking about. You know, they're doing this flip-flop where they're deciding, you know, do they want to be with you? Do they want to be with someone else? Do they want to be with you? Do they want to pursue this other goal? What is it? You know, they're having a good look at how they want their life to be. You know, what is it that they want in their life? Who is it that they want in their life? What is it that they want to pursue? So, you know, they're looking at the opportunities that are available to them, and they are weighing things up. But, you know, I see them coming to a decision really soon, in the next few weeks, in the next lunar month, with this Page of Swords energy. I think this is you know, this is beautiful because it's right in the center of your reading. So this indicates to me that there is, what I'm sensing is that clarity is coming in for you. Boom, right in the middle, like a bolt of lightning coming in. Okay, so this is the clarity that your person is going to receive about you know, this connection that you have between you both. You know, maybe they haven't seen the potential before now. Maybe they haven't understood you know, recognize their own feelings for it, or, you know, maybe they just thought that they could just keep you on the back burner for later, and they didn't realize that, you know, that they might lose you if they did that. So I definitely see their own clarity coming in for them, just like a bolt of lightning, a flash of lightning, a flash of inspiration. They're going to understand this much better. They're going to understand themselves and their feelings much better. That is going to come in really soon for you in the in this sort of in your connection. Okay, I definitely sense it's interesting that your person is also, you know, having a good look at you on social media, or maybe they're doing that thing where, you know, they're spying on you on social media, or they're doing that thing where they're innocently asking other people about you. Just like, oh, how's so-and-so getting on? Or, oh, I heard so-and-so's got a new job. Or, oh, you know, so-and-so looks really good. So, you know, there's just going to be this innocent little chit chat to other people that maybe you have in common. You may not know about this, something that's going on in the sidelines. You know, it may not be something that gets back to you. You know, they may not engage in your social media. They may not, in fact, they might actually not want to do that because, you know, they don't want to, you know, they're trying to keep a low profile. You know, maybe they look, but then they don't touch. You know, they look, but they don't press like, or they don't comment, you know. So I definitely see that here for them. So, you know, do, you know, they're seeing what you're up to on social media. They're seeing, you know, all the good stuff that you've got going on for you in your life. They're seeing how happy you look. They're seeing that your world is expansive, that things are happening for you, okay? So this person is going to decide, you know, that they want to move forward with this. So whatever stagnation is going on, or whatever difficulties you've been facing, you know, there's definitely this move forward, this progress forward towards, you know, this is really kind of moving towards a new dawn. So a new chapter is indicated here in the future for you and this person, okay? And this is a powerful transformation that we have coming up. So they will be moving forward. You know, this is a decision that they make. They're going from sort of indecision to making a decision to deciding to move forward with this, okay? So, and they're moving towards you, because look at them, what they're moving towards. This is super interesting. So we've got the Temperance. Now this is an indication that you need to be patient. You need to be patient with this person, whatever this process is, where they come to this clarity. You need to be patient while they work their shiz out, yeah? Because they're going to come towards you slowly. You know, what I'm sensing here actually, you know, with this Eight of Cups, is that perhaps they're having to leave something behind in order to come to you. You know, perhaps they're finishing off an old relationship, or they're going through a divorce, or, you know, they are mourning their single life that they have. But there's definitely this sense of loss. You know, it's like bittersweet for them. So they're moving forward, they're moving towards you, they're coming towards you, but they're leaving something behind as well that was dear to them, you know, in the past, or that they've invested a lot in the past, okay? So, you know, just be aware of that they need to process these emotions. So this is why you have to be patient. This is healing energy, you know. Also I see, you know, a transformation in you happening during this time, you know, where you recognize these energy leaks that we were talking about, or recognize any imbalance that you have in your romantic relationships, either with this person or perhaps in a pattern throughout, you know, some of your other relationships that you've had. So, you know, which I think is good. So be patient. You know, this is going to be a little bit of a slower process than you would like, okay? But I feel, you know, we have Wheel of Fortune to the Lovers. I like it. I like it a lot. You know, really, really positive. You know, this is the future energies of your reading. You know, this is the outcome that we're looking at now for you both. So, you know, we have this Lovers as the outcome. I see you moving towards, you know, I see, like, what I'm hearing is like a twist of fate. So, you know, maybe it looks like, you know, maybe they do go very quiet. You know, maybe you are, you know, being really, really patient. You have been waiting for them. Maybe they do go very quiet. Or, you know, they're taking their time about it, you know, processing these emotions that they've got. But, you know, this will turn around for you. You know, this is a card of good luck. This is a good omen in your reading. A lot of positivity here, I sense a lot of positivity and a lot of happiness. What I'm sensing though is this outcome, this Lovers, this union of you two being together will be in the fullness of time, okay? So I just feel like you've got more to experience with this person, because these are big energies when we have these major arcana cards. These are big energies that take longer to play out than the minor arcanas, which are more about the day-to-day, you know? So I see this as, you know, a soulmate connection. Maybe it's your twin flame that you're looking at here. Definitely, you know, one of the most significant relationships in your life. I see you moving, you know, that person moving through a process, coming towards you, you know, through a process of healing, and sort of being, you know, towards this happiness, towards this union, and towards you being together or reconciling or reuniting with that person. I feel like there's going to be some sort of element of divine timing, or you know, just coming into right alignment with this Wheel of Fortune energy. So it may be that when you shift your energy, you know, when you've reflected on you know, some of the issues that we were talking about to do with the imbalance that we were talking about, maybe you've reflected on that, that creates that shift, that change, that turn, that 180, you know. Or maybe it is that you just think, well, you're doing your own thing, I let you go, you know, you're ready to let them go, or you genuinely just let them go in your heart, and you're just like, well, I'm going to move on. Then it creates that shift in energy. But I see this happening over the fullness of time. You know, we're looking at like a longer time frame with your reading. I know you want to hear that, like, oh, they're just going to call you at the end of this reading and you're going to get together and it's going to be amazing. But I just feel like I've got to be honest, you know, with these big, bold energies, there's a lot of power here. And, you know, with these strong connections, this strong soul connection that you have with this person, you know, they do take a little bit longer to play out. And I think that's just a heads up from Spirit, you know, that you need to just be aware of that. But yeah, I see success for you both. I see you being together with this person, you know, and this is the outcome with the Lovers here, which I think is, you know, really, really beautiful. There's a lot of happiness here. Remember, you know, just because you come into union with somebody, that it isn't necessarily all plain sailing. It isn't always easy. It isn't always the rainbows and unicorns. I always say that here on the channel, so please be aware of that. You know, I see a lot of happiness here. I see a lot, you know, luck being on your side. I see you being able to even manifest this person into your life if this is what you want, because it is sort of, you know, you are destined to be with this person. You are destined to be with them. But just remember, these powerful relationships where there is this powerful emotion, this powerful love, there can be these powerful triggering energies as well. When we have the Lovers card, there's a lot of mirroring that goes on. So we mirror our shadow selves and those deeper parts of ourselves that we all have to face as part of our spiritual journey, but also we really mirror that beautiful love, those deep feelings, that affection, you know, that amazing, those amazing feelings. I just feel like it's going to be like, you won't have experienced anything like this with anybody else. You won't have experienced feelings like this with anybody else, and they will feel the same. You're going to be mirroring each other's feelings, and there's just also this energy of you coming into alignment. So if things, you know, the beginning of the reading, it looks like you're out of balance, like you're not on the same page, but what you're working towards with this process is coming into right alignment, which can result in union, which can result in you being together with this person. Okay, let's take a look, see what we have here with the oracle cards. This is interesting. So we have balance from the Universal Love Oracle deck, one of my favourite decks to work with. All my decks are linked in the description box if you see anything that you like for yourself. So again, this is talking about this balance that we were talking about at the outset of this reading, you know, that the key to overcoming the blocks to your union is where things are out of balance, and shifting these energies. Remember, you know, like it's as above, so below. So as you work within yourself to shift your own energies that are out of balance, then you will see that reflected in your reality. This is, you know, how it works for us. Often we can get into this thinking where we think that we're at the mercy of outside forces, but, you know, we have so much more control over our lives and these situations than we think. So again, you know, this speaks of coming into balance. This speaks of overcoming the blocks that we've been talking about at the beginning, and this complete balance that we see here with the Lovers of a union. Okay, and then we have, this is interesting, we have Oyster, the spirit animal card. Oyster from the Wild Unknown deck, which I love working with these energies. It's so amazing. And the beautiful card Courage, if you can see that, from the which is this, the Wild Offering Oracle deck, which I love so much. So these two cards are saying that there is an inner treasure in your person there is something that they are holding back. There's something that they are protecting from sharing with just anybody, or that they don't let on to anybody else, or that they don't talk to you about anybody else, or that you may not even realize about them. There's more to this person than meets the eye, and there's more to this person than you know. And I feel like there's more that they are going to reveal to you. And they may be very reluctant, maybe they're reluctant to talk about their feelings, maybe they're reluctant to open up to you due to their own vulnerabilities. This is someone who maybe clams up, maybe shuts down, maybe doesn't like talking about their emotions. Maybe feels very vulnerable and needs to keep this shell around them, and this is what they've got going on at the moment. So in this process, I feel like you're going to be able to sort of crack them open so that they can open up to you. But it's going to take courage for them to do this, for this unfolding, for this opening, for them to be vulnerable with you. It's going to take a lot of courage. This is very much like the Strength card in the tarot, which speaks of their own courage. So this will be a process for them where they face their own fears, their own inner fears, in order to be vulnerable with you, in order to really talk about their emotions, because they're really closed off at this time. This may be something that you're sensing. That they're a little bit shut down, that they're closed off. Maybe you're even sensing that there is more to them than meets the eye. They're not being completely open and honest with you about how they feel or what's going on with them or whatever. But I just think there is an inner treasure in your person. When they open up to you, it is going to bring you so close. It's going to bring you, I can just sense it in my heart space, it's going to bring you so close together. As a result of them opening up and being vulnerable, and you being vulnerable with each other, it's going to bring you so close together. Okay, but there's going to be this beautiful cracking open, emotionally and energetically, which is a blessing to you. This is the blessing that is going to bring you together into union, into alignment with this person. Okay, so they're really going to be eventually they will open up to you. So if you're just thinking that they feel a bit shut down, just know Spirit is saying eventually they will open up to you when the time is right, and that is going to be a real blessing to you. Okay, and I see that this is a person who is a blessing in your life as well. So even though it may feel difficult for you, this connection is very powerful. If you're feeling it that way, it is because you are divinely connected to them energetically, like your chakras are connected energetically, psychically to one another, which I think is really lovely. So I do see you being together with this person. It's sometimes the reading can be a little bit ambiguous, and I don't like to say things that I don't see in the reading, but with the lovers in the outcome, this is, I really like it. I think, there's so much positivity here. I definitely think there's a lot to work through for this to manifest into reality. This is always just talking about like what energies are available to you when everybody acts in alignment. But this is unfolding for everybody's highest good. I really see that here. But that's everything that I have for you in this reading. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. I hope it has given you some clarity in your situation. Do connect with me down in the comments. I love to hear what is going on with you in your lives. And how this resonates with you, of course. If you feel called to, please check out my website and my book, Attract Soulmate Love. It's really beautiful for helping people to overcome blocks and challenges to uniting with their soulmate, or just, coming into that real, true love. People have been emailing me with their beautiful stories. I need to find a way of sharing them. I won't share them if you don't want me to. I would never do that. But if people want to, of sharing these stories of success and complete transformation in their love lives, which is it just makes my heart sing. It's so lovely to hear that can happen and does happen. All right, but have an amazing week. You're always in my thoughts. I'm sending you all a big hug, and I hope to see you again soon here on Lumiere. Take care now. Bye-bye. Welcome to everybody who picked group number 3. This is your reading. I'm going to take a look at the energies in the cards and see what messages we have from Spirit regarding your situation and whether you will be together with this person that you are thinking about today. Now, I will just quickly let you know that this is a general reading for the collective. So remember, if it doesn't resonate with you, then just feel peaceful and go out and find the message that does resonate with you, because Spirit does want to connect with you and give the message that you need in this moment today. All right? Okay, let's take a look at your cards. So we've got the Three of Pentacles, Strength, Two of Swords, Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, interesting, Queen of Swords, the Devil, Four of Swords, Five of Wands in the reverse, and then the Two of Cups to finish. So we've got Capricorn's energy represented here, as well as Leo's and Gemini, Sun, Moon or Rising, or Venus, because this is a relationship reading. Okay, so you may be dealing with one of those energies, or somebody that has that represented in their chart. With this Three of Pentacles energy, I'm just sensing that maybe for some of you in this group, you met your person through work or through a work friend, a friend of a friend, something like this. So there's something about your network in which maybe you met them. So that may resonate with you, that you met through a mutual friend. I do sense that that this is a complex situation. This is a very specific message that I've got for somebody out there today, whoever it is I'm connecting with, all right? There may be a third party situation here in your connection, okay? So they may be connected with somebody else, they may be already in a relationship, or have an on again, off again situation with somebody else, or that they're, just flirting with somebody else, something like this. This can represent outside interference as well. So I'm sensing that, there could be somebody, parents or friends, a friendship group, who are interfering in this connection, giving their opinions about what's what and what they think about it, and which is influencing your person right now. So opinions of other people are influencing them. If it is a third party situation that you're dealing with, and this is something that you already know about, it's something that you are, fully aware of, that there's somebody else in the picture, that they're finishing up a relationship with somebody else, or maybe they're even married to somebody else, or, they're choosing between you and someone else. There's definitely this mix that I'm picking up on that, may resonate with you. So what I see here with the Strength to the Two of Swords, this is very clear indication that somebody here has been very vulnerable. This beautiful card is the card of the heart. The Strength card here, this is the card of the heart. So, I feel like someone in this connection has really opened their heart, opened themselves up, being real, just being real in this connection, taking that bold step, that brave step of being vulnerable and saying, look, I really want to give this a go, or I want this to be a relationship, or I love you even. Even maybe that. But what I'm sensing with this Two of Swords energy is that it hasn't been very well received. So, maybe they shut it down completely, or maybe they've just become closed off energetically, like, they didn't match your feelings, or, whoever is feeling this way, take it, which way, however it resonates. It wasn't, you can always reverse the roles in, this reading, because it's a general reading. So I'm just sensing that someone was just closed off to this. Someone brought this beautiful energy, this vulnerability, this openness, this love, and then, somebody was shut down to that, closed off. They had that closed off heart space. They weren't, they just weren't very receptive to it. It's like, you're not quite on the same page about it. One person was expressing one thing, and one person, either wasn't feeling it. It's just like there's this beautiful yellow, and then this blue, this warmth and this openness and this expansion, and then this contraction, this, perceived coldness. So I'm just sensing that maybe somebody really put themselves out there, and it wasn't very well received. It just wasn't, maybe they didn't reciprocate it, maybe it scared them off, maybe it made them pull back, maybe they were cold towards you, or maybe you just were met with a heart wall, just like, them withdrawing or backing down or closing themselves off in some way, to this energy, to these feelings, to this emotion. Okay, so this is what I'm sensing. I feel now, this is interesting, in the center of your reading here, I do see a lot of difficulties and challenges with you and this person that I'm picking up on here. Okay, so we have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. I'm seeing, that maybe this person didn't recognize your value or isn't recognizing your value. These are sort of energies of kind of what's going on right now, recent past and near future. Okay, so this is sort of the energies that we're looking at over this timeline at this time. So I'm just sensing that maybe somebody didn't recognize your value, didn't really value you, maybe they weren't making you a priority, maybe they weren't treating you in the way that you absolutely deserved, maybe, especially with this Two of Swords, you just like, if you're bringing them love and they're shutting it down, they're shutting down to all this gold that is available to them, the gold of this amazing relationship, the gold of, this beautiful love from the heart space, So, I just feel like someone in this connection has ended up feeling less than, just like maybe it's affected your self-confidence, or this whole process, maybe has dented their self-confidence or your self-confidence. Take it how it resonates for you, that somebody just isn't feeling like they're fully in their power, like they're fully grounded, it's just made them feel unsure of themselves, and this is causing problems and difficulties because, they're not in their power, and, someone is feeling like they're just unsure and it's making them struggle. Okay, this is causing some difficulties. And this whole situation is just, what I'm seeing is a bit of a mess, really. I don't know if this resonates with you, but like, with this Queen of Swords right in the center of your reading and the Devil here, I'm just seeing like maybe somebody in this connection has stepped out of their integrity and acted in a way that they wouldn't have usually done. I feel like, maybe it doesn't, I don't think it's toxic, but maybe there was some like, unhealthy communication, like you pushed each other's buttons, or you just pushed each other a little bit too much, and someone was sent over the edge, something like this. Also, just like I'm sensing like a battle of wills as well, because this Queen of Swords is all about her boundaries, but the Devil is all about controlling. So I'm just sensing that somebody in this connection was very controlling, just being it's my way or the highway, or just like trying to keep it really contained because this is what makes them feel safe. They're behaving like this because this is what makes them feel safe. They're just like, this is as far as I can go, this is as much as I've got to give, this is what I can manage, So I'm just sensing that somebody in this connection with this Queen of Swords has really like tried to set a boundary, and they found that very threatening, and they've pushed back by being more controlling, or they've tried to claim back, take back their power, step into their power with this boundary by saying, you can't treat me like that, this isn't good enough, or this isn't what I want, or this doesn't feel good to me, and again, it's been met, there's this pattern, isn't there, of just like, I'm really open, and then this person shut down, and then somebody's just gone, this isn't enough for me, or this doesn't make me feel good, and then this person shut down and like push back with this negativity. So I feel this push-pull, I feel these difficulties and challenges that you are having, whoever it is that this message is resonating with today. So it may be that there have been some harsh words as well. We often see that with the Queen of Swords here. It can be that maybe for some of you in group number 3, you have gone no contact with them, or you have just said, well, call me when you're ready to really do this, or don't be in my life until you've got your act together, or something like this, some sort of maybe an ultimatum, or just like something really clear. Just be like, I have had enough is enough, I'm not doing this, I'm not dealing with this, all your nonsense, until you're prepared to talk about things seriously, be more mature in the situation. So I do see these difficulties and challenges that you're going through right now, or that you've recently experienced or may be experiencing. But we have this Four of Swords energy. So I see a hiatus coming in, some sort of, you know, break in all of this. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if this was a very intense connection, if this was very, you know, if this, you know, this has got, you know, if this had turned out to be, or you're going through a phase where it's quite a lot of drama, or like you've had to put quite a lot of yourself into it, or it's felt very, you know, just like a lot of that tense energy, just a lot of tension is what I'm picking up on, a lot of tension, okay? So I see, you know, in the near future, a change, okay? So I think maybe you are going on a break, or you're on a break, or there's no contact, or there's just a little bit of distance between you and your person. And this is a good thing, you know, this is Four of Swords is a card of retreat. You know, maybe someone's waved the white flag and just been like, okay, truce, let's, you know, let's sort this out. So I just think, you know, your person, it has given them food for thought. It is giving, you know, you do need to give them a little bit of time. I think it's good, you know, if there is a bit of space, a little bit of distance, you're not communicating, or you're communicating a little bit less. You know, that space will be good for both of you, and is healthy for you. So what I'm sensing, what I'm seeing is things coming back into more balance, into right alignment, calming down. I'm seeing like a calmer sea, like a beautiful calm sea coming in. So these energies can be worked through. You know, these are all ego-based energies. You know, we all feel like that. You know, we all have an ego, we all get triggered. You know, we're all learning. So I definitely feel like this has been a learning process about, you know, how to communicate in a more effective and healthier and more balanced way. And this is the energy that's coming in, definitely. So, you know, they need a little bit of space. But, you know, what is clear with this Five of Wands in the reverse is that they do not want any more conflict. You know, they don't want any more pettiness. They don't want any more rows, they don't want any more arguments or disagreements, or, you know, all this business where there's this conflict, or where you're not on the same page with ideas about like where this should be going or what's happening, okay? So they definitely, whatever it is that the challenge is, you know, if there are fights, or just like a difference of opinion as to kind of where it's going, they definitely don't want that. They want to put an end to that, and this is what I'm seeing in the near future. You know, that things are going to be, what I'm seeing here quite clearly in the near future is harmony, okay? So harmony is coming in. Harmony is a right alignment, okay? So this situation that's got into a bit of a mess, a bit of a muddle, is coming into this, you know, with all these energies together of the Four of Swords and the Two of Cups and the Five of Wands in the reverse. This all speaks of like everything settling down into harmony, into right alignment, so that you can communicate properly and effectively and understand each other. So this represents to me that you're coming into this greater understanding of one another, so you can get onto the same page, you can really connect with one another rather than butting heads. You can connect, and that's going to feel really, really good, okay? Which I love. So I feel like you're going into, this is, both of these cards, all these cards represent a much more peaceful time in this connection for you, okay? So the outcome of this is the Two of Cups. So this is beautiful shared love. So you do have shared love between you. Which is really exciting. You could be dealing with a soulmate or a twin flame in this connection. This is very deep. This is a soul bond. You were destined to meet this person in this lifetime, you know, to have this experience. So, you know, I really feel the power and the depth of these emotions that are involved in this union, okay? And I see you predominantly, this is a card of harmony. So what you know, if you want to know if you will be together with this person, this is the first step. So you need to, you know, you need to get over this mess. You need to move through these energies where you kind of someone backs down a little bit, so that you can connect and with one another, and then this is the foundation of a really beautiful relationship. So this is all about harmony. It's all about it coming into harmony, all that beautiful forgiveness, the understanding, and just feeling like you're not at odds with each other. That you understand each other really deeply. So this is a card of deep understanding. Okay, this is the card of truth, and this is a card of a harmonious union between you both. So you're going into a much better time. And this does indicate that you will be together if you can work through this stuff. This is the energy that is available to you in this moment. This is what the universe wants to bring in for you. That this connection does have the possibility of being really beautiful. Remember, with the Two of Cups, we have that mirroring energy. I've got to say, in these readings today, there are a lot of themes, coming through for the collective, that are coming through, cycling through these 3 readings that I've done today. So, this is beautiful. This does indicate a lovely relationship. It does indicate, you coming into alignment with one another. And it does indicate you being together. Remember, in a relationship like this, where we do mirror each other, we mirror each other's shadow sides, and some of these things that maybe you've been triggered, that you are aware of, and some of our fears and our hopes and dreams, and all the love that we have as well. So I see that here. So Spirit is really saying there is the beautiful possibility here for your union with this person, but there are these energies that we've talked about that need to be worked through, that need to be processed before we get to this stage. Okay, so some work needs to be done, both in the 5D and the 3D, to kind of bring this union in. I don't want to say, oh, this is all just magical and it's all just going to happen, and all you have to do is sit in your pajamas watching Netflix and it'll just magically happen all around you. There is this is you are co-creating with the universe, with these energies that we've been talking about today. That is really clear to me, because the Queen of Pentacles, the Strength, the Two of Cups, these all have the seeds of manifestation in them. Manifestation is really about our own vibration, and that attracting what we want, or what is in our highest good. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to you. Let's take a look, oh my goodness, at these oracle cards. This is amazing. So we have an animal medicine card here from the Wild Unknown Oracle deck, which I'm resonating with so much, and it is a spirit animal of the phoenix. Look at that, the phoenix from the ashes. So if this has been looking like you're experiencing these challenges, these difficulties, this feeling like things are a little bit of a mess, that things have aren't going very well, that you're not understanding each other, there is so much to be salvaged from this situation. So from the ashes can bloom and grow and blossom this beautiful union. From the ashes of what you're experiencing now, just when you think that all hope is gone, or that it has been, the goodness that you had in this connection has been destroyed, from those ashes you can grow something new and something healthier. Okay, but I'm really seeing this really clearly. It's just like, these ashes are the soil, and then you plant the seeds in the soil, and then you have to wait for that process for them to grow, to bloom, to blossom. Okay, from little acorns, mighty oak trees grow. Okay, so this is what we're looking at. Again, it's not a quick fix for you, even though I know you want it to. Who doesn't? But yes, Phoenix, beautiful. Lots of, this is very wands energy, lots of fire energy, lots of passion still there, lots of energy still connect, in this connection, lots of experiences still to be had here. And then we have abundance and goddess. Okay, so, this is an abundance of good feeling, and all just good feelings, that abundant state, being in a flow state, getting into right alignment with them, an abundance of love, an abundance of affection, an abundance of communication and understanding, just feeling that bounty, that goodness, which can be available to you as a result of, these human experiences of working through your difficulties. And we have this card, Goddess. Look at this, so beautiful. You know, this really indicates to me that, again, about harmony. You know, all this together, just about harmony coming in for you after these difficulties. And trusting, you know, very similar to the High Priestess, this energy, and, you know, trusting in the unfolding of what's going on. I'm really hearing that word trust as well. I know it's easier said than done to do this. You know, if you get caught up in your fears, if we get caught up in those fears of I'm not enough, I'm not good enough, what's going to happen next, what are they thinking now, are they seeing somebody else, you know, it's natural, we all do it, but it lowers our vibration, doesn't it? Lowers our vibration, makes us less magnetic to what we want. So the universe is really just, spirit is inviting you to keep in that high vibrational state. You know, don't give in to those lower vibrational thought patterns. It's so easy to do, but, you know, do your affirmations, commit to them, say positive things, you know, visualize a positive outcome with this person, you know, visualize that forgiveness, visualize that conversation that you want to have with them, visualize the relationship as you wish to see it mended and beautiful and in alignment. Okay, so, you know, this is a visionary card, but it's predominantly about receiving. It's about you know, it's yin energy. It's about receiving your good, receiving. Are you open to open, you know, open your arms wide and just say, yes, I am ready to receive. Are you ready to receive all this good? Because so often, you know, people say, well, you know, it didn't go down like that for me. It didn't work out like that for me. Well, you know, were you open to it? So often, you know, we walk around like this in life, huddled up, closing ourselves off, closing our heart space. Be open, open yourself, expand your energy. This is what the universe wants to bring you, you know. The universe wants you to be together, wants to bring this connection into your life for you because it is your desire. And this card is saying you are worthy of your desires, you are worthy of true love, and, you know, be open to receiving the good that the universe has to offer you. This is about, you know, it's about receptivity as well, you know, receiving what it is that they have to give to you, this person that you're inquiring about today. You know, what is it that they've given you that you can be grateful for? In your life, what lessons, what experiences, what feelings can you be grateful for? You know, focus on that. It's such a wonderful way of raising your vibration in these difficult emotional situations. And yeah, just open your heart to receiving that love, because so often, you know, when the thing that we want the most comes along, and then, you know, maybe we get a bit scared, or we run away, or we become the one who's shut down, or we self-sabotage it because we don't think we're worthy. Well, you know, Spirit is saying you are worthy of this abundance, and believe in it, and then it will happen. It will happen for you, for real. Okay, this has been such a wonderful and interesting reading for whoever I'm connecting with today, whoever this message is with. I hope that it has given you some, you know, clarity in your situation. Do connect with me in the comments. You know, I love to hear what is going on with you in your lives, in your personal circumstances at this time. I know it's very emotional for you. I can really feel you know, some of this confusion that you've been going through. All right, but yes, if you feel called to, please check out my beautiful collection of guided meditations and affirmations, which are available on my website. I have lots of new stuff going on there, so people have been emailing me with their stories about how things have shifted for them, how they've been really getting results in their lives. So it's helping to dissolve their blocks towards love and money. Okay, so I've got one for manifesting a message, for manifesting your soulmate, for you know, bringing your chakras into alignment. So yeah, lots of good stuff on there, you know, depending on where you're at on your own spiritual journey. So if that resonates with you, do check that out. I would love that so much. But have an amazing week. You're always in my thoughts. I'm sending you all a big hug, and take good care of yourselves, won't you? And I hope to see you again soon here on Lumiere. Take care now. Bye bye.